Okay, good morning. So, what we're going to do right now is multiplying decimal numbers. How are we going to multiply decimal numbers? I have your example 4 and 37 hundredths times 3 and 2 tenths. So, in multiplying decimals, all you have to do is to align them as if whole number. Unlike sa addition and subtraction na kailangan natin i-align ang decimal point para ma-align ang mga place value ng whole number at saka ng decimal numbers. Sa multiplication, all you have to do is to align them as if whole numbers. So how are we going to do that? So para mas makita ng maayos, so here's how. So 4.37 times 3.2. You have noticed na instead of aligning the decimal point, inalign ko siya from the right. So let's pretend that these numbers are whole number. Disregard muna natin yung decimal point. Let's pretend na wala yan sila dyan. So we're just going to multiply them as a whole number. Now, let's multiply. So 2 times 7, that is 14. Bring down 4, carry 1. Next is 2 times 3, and that is 6 plus 1, we have 7. Next is 2 times 4, so that is 8. Now we are done with 2. Let's move on to 3. 3 times 7, and that is 21. Bring down 1, then carry 2. Next is 3 times 3, and that is 9. Plus 2, that is 11. So bring down 1, carry 1. So 3 times 4, that gives us 12 plus 1. So we have 13. Now next step is to add the partial product. So bring down 4, 7 plus 1 equals 8, 8 plus 1 equals 9. So don't mind the 1, hindi ko lang na-edit. Then bring down 3 and bring down 1. So we have our answer, 13,984, but we are not multiplying whole number. Always remember na we are multiplying decimal numbers. So basically, our answer ay dapat decimal din. So how are we going to put decimal point in our answer? So simple lang. Look at your factors. Just observe or look at the decimal places or count the decimal places in your factors. How many decimal places do you have? So let's count. 1, 2, 3. Yes, you have 3 decimal places. So we're just going to move the decimal point from the right of our answer to the left 3 times para malocate natin kung saan natin ilalagay ang decimal point. So everybody, let's count from the right. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put our decimal point between 3 and 9. So there you go. The final answer is 13 and 984 thousandths. So that's how we're going to multiply decimal numbers. Now, multiplying decimal numbers. So here's another example on how are we going to multiply decimal numbers. So I have 7.23 times 0.35. So have in mind that we are multiplying decimal numbers. So unlike addition and subtraction that we have to align the decimal point, this time we're just going to rewrite them in column as if whole number, regardless the alignment of our decimal point. So we should have in mind, just don't mind the alignment of the decimal point this time. Align the factors as if multiplying whole numbers. So let's try. So let's rewrite it in column. So 7.23 times 0.35. So regardless of the alignment of the decimal point, we're just going to align the number or the decimal numbers as if whole number. So let's start aligning them from the right. Gaya ng ginagawa natin sa whole number. So this time, nagkataon lang na nagkapantay ang decimal numbers, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let's multiply. So let's start with our ones place, or in the 5. So 5 times 3, we have 15, carry 1. Next is 5 times 2, we have 10 plus 1, we have 11 and carry 1. 5 times 7, we have 35 plus 1 gives us 36. Now we're done with 5. Let's move on with 3. So don't mind the 1, di na natin kailangan yan. So 3 times 3, we have 9. 3 times 2, we have 6. 3 times 7, we have 21. So, ito na yung partial product natin. So, we're going to add them. So, 5 plus 0, bring down 5. 9 plus 1, we have 10, bring down 0, and of course, carry 1. 6 plus 6, we have 12, plus 1, 13, carry 1. 3 plus 1, we have 4 plus 1, gives us 5, and bring down 2. So, our answer is 25,305. But the numbers that we multiply are decimal numbers. So our answer should be also decimal numbers. And how are we going to do that? So to locate the decimal point, to know where to put the decimal point in your answer, just count the number of decimal places in your factors. So these are the decimal places in our factors. And how many are them? So they are 4. So then move the decimal point in your answer from the right 4 times. Then put the decimal point. So we're just going to move the decimal point from our answer from the right to left 4 times. Same as the number of the decimal places in our factors. So let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here you go. We're going to put our decimal point between 2 and 5. So our final answer is 2 and 5,305 10,000s. So that's how we're going to multiply decimal numbers. Just multiply them as a whole number, and then when you have your answer, put the decimal point based on the number of decimal places in your factors. Just move the decimal point from the right to the left. Okay. So hope na may natutunan, and